All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachaha, Wadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, shalom, barakathum. And this is going to be an in-transit topic speaking about the value of the Israelite man, the so-called black man. And the inspiration of this is based on the video I saw Apostle Gabar do earlier about what the Jake that had the dreadlocks over there in China. You know, he moved over there, where immediately you can see the true value that the Israelite man, and I speak, and I mean just like the man himself, not, you know, not our heritage, not what we get in the kingdom, but even the value that the man has right now. Other nations see it more than your women do. You know, other nations see the value of the Israelite man more than the Israelite woman. The so-called black woman will literally throw you away and then treat a lesser than man better than you on purpose, just to spite you, man. You know, and what do I mean by this? The Edomites, okay, those are lesser men, and you can see how their voice turns up. They get high pitched, they get respectful, they don't talk back. You know, they'll go the extra mile. They're trying to get the so-called black man out of character when they do this, and you'll see that even within the so-called black family dynamic. You know, how many so-called black women will go and date the grimiest nigga, the dude that's on the block first, and then she'll try to come back to a really strong man? Because a lot of those drug dealer guys, those trap guys, they're hyper emotional mama's boys. You know, and they think because they shot some people, or you know they're engaged in gang violence, that makes them you know, somehow manly. No. All right, y'all don't. This generation don't even really know what real violence is, man. You should see up close and personal how those wars used to really get down, man. Like when people catching war hammers to the clavicle, you know, or an axe. All right, or somebody just gutting you open with a. So that shit was gruesome, man. That was real. That was real war, man. This modern day pull up in a tenant vehicle and just spray out the window and run. That ain't real. That ain't no real G shit, man. Okay. And so this is a dumbed down, backwards, perverted version of masculinity that gets promoted online. All right. And then what it does is it makes us seem hyper emotional, hyper aggressive, and that's not what masculinity is. Masculinity is calm, it's reserved, and it's measured. Okay. The masculine man can't be swayed with a bunch of words on the street, you know. And even in that video the Apostle Gabar did, one of the women mentioned, it was all over this Jake, you know, touching his hair and all kind of things, and they said they thought that black men were aggressive, you know, or like animalistic, like, you know, because that's the image that they paint. Okay, with our woman in cahoots with Satan, okay, they went on a marketing campaign to paint the black man as less than, deadbeats, all of this other stuff. All right, and meanwhile the so-called black woman has become more degenerate than any people group in America. Okay, she's more degenerate than any people group in America, including so-called black men. And you got some ain't shit niggas out here too, man. You know, excuse my French, but you definitely do. And on large, black women are worse. Okay, they're worse because a lot of them raise these little niggas, man, that they're complaining about. You know, and so, you know, I said all this to say, you know, when the Lord really restores us, okay, it's gonna be unimaginable, because even in these shitty bodies, even in this, you know, plantation situation that we're in, look at how much value that other nations can recognize in you, man. You know, this is not like that. You're not crazy for thinking, why is it so hard just to get a conversation out of a woman? Why you got to go through all of this? And, you know, talking to her, she want to go on a date or some bullshit, and then you look at her and then she's letting the grimiest low-level nigga hit it, you know, she's coming over, man. She's bringing a Hennessy over, you know. She's paying for it, you know, because it's a coordinated attack to try to break the mind of the so-called black man. All right, that's what you have to realize. That's what's really going on. The moment you step over, you go over to Germany, you go to the Philippines, okay, and you noticeably see the difference, and that's okay, because what that tells us is even in these bodies, we're better than the majority of men, you know. But we're being heavily suppressed. So just imagine when we get that glory and the Lord gives us those bodies, man. All right, and this is why a lot of our women are just gonna have to perish on this side, you know. And we're not gonna feel bad because all of you know better. Y'all know what y'all are doing when you have 3 or 4 baby daddy kids, and then you got the nerve, the audacity to tell a grown man that got his shit together, well, we're a package deal. Well, you can be a package outside somewhere, man. You know, you can be a package at your house. You know, what they're really trying to say is, I want to do whatever I want. You know, sleep with whoever I want to sleep with, and then I want you to be a wallet, okay? And I'll give you some from time to time when I feel like it. Man, what kind of shit is that, man? This ain't no life, all right? That's why we say these women are not wives, man. This is why you can't get emotional when you hear a woman being so called out of her name, because she's really not being called out of her name. Okay, you know, a name goes into the word reputation, like the scriptures say in Ecclesiasticus 7:1. A good name is more precious than the precious ointment, man. A good name, okay. And so women don't realize that your reputation, you know, that means a lot, man. You know, and women will absolutely destroy that, man, at your risk, you know. I mean, Salakia, at their benefit, you know. They don't realize that when a man is walking around as a stepdaddy, what that does to his reputation. Other men are looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You know, some situations it kind of make more sense depending on, you know, what's going on, if it's a widow situation or it was something crazy that went down. But a lot of these so-called, you know, stepfathers, the baby daddy live in the same city, somewhere around the corner, just being a nigga, not taking care of his kids, and here your dumb ass is in there paying all the bills, man. Okay? A woman will ruin your reputation and take no accountability for it. And so, you know, this is why, you know, it's been on my spirit to do a lot of lessons about just keeping your eyes single, being locked in, man. You know, don't let your hormones get the best of you. Yeah, I know Jake, you know, he get worked up, he wants to, you know, you want to go get some. You know, we get it as men, but you really got to be single-eyed and locked in on this thing, man. Because these women, they're actually getting worse, if you can believe it. You know, and they're gonna continue to get worse until the Lord really shows that, yes, I'm visiting this place. Yes, I sure am. Okay, and if you want to get with a man, he's gonna have to approve of you. You know, I forgot the point I was gonna make earlier about the name, but you brothers get where I'm going with this. The Lord is gonna restore us and vindicate us, and then it's gonna be all manner of women looking to get at us, man. Because the Lord is not just gonna do this within our ranks. He's gonna do that to all of the husbands and the bride all of the husbands and the men that are gonna go off to war. That's gonna touch all nations, man. So the Moabite woman is gonna be out here widowed and single. Okay, the Edomite woman's gonna be out here widowed and single. All right, and it's gonna be a horrific time for most people, man. Most people are not even gonna want to go outside. Not even in the daytime, they're not gonna want to go outside. You know, because people are gonna be, like the scriptures say in 2 Ezra 15, they were going in their house, you know, with the sword, you know, because of the lack of bread. You know, I'm butchering the paraphrasing of it. You know, but basically, people are gonna be going house to house, man, looking for bread, for food. Okay, and if you're a woman in there, man, well, you think they're gonna go through all the trouble of breaking in the house, taking all the food, and just gonna leave you there? No, they gonna get something out of that, man. You know, and then you're gonna realize what the scripture was telling you about Isaiah 13. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, then you're going to understand Isaiah 4:1, the conditions of why this is going to happen. Because y'all think it's just somehow our people are just going to realize that we're so great. Yeah, that's true. But he's also going to completely pull the rug from everybody else's situation, man. Okay, all of you single mothers, all of you proud divorcees that took half of your husband's money and you just living on a high life. You know, you got a luxury apartment on his dime. You know, you just ordering DoorDash, not working. What are you gonna do? You think your husband's gonna come back after you divorced him and took half of his shit to come protect your ass? He's not, man. You know, and we gotta realize that, man, because if you don't check that really can mess with your self-esteem, because you know you everywhere you go, it's just more and more ridiculous standards, more and more ridiculous expectations. But we know the real problem that's contributing to this is these simps, man, these weak men that were raised by single mothers, most likely, and they all, the Lord is gonna clean every last one of them up. There ain't gonna be no simps in that day, man. Okay. And so remember, the Lord is gonna vindicate us, and the Lord is gonna take care of us in totality, man. If we're doing the right thing now, we're gonna be defended in that day. And it's not, we're just not gonna be defended. It's gonna be clear that the Lord is defending us. All right? That the Lord is defending us, man. All right? When they see we can walk around in the wilderness, around animals and the wolves, no bears touch us, and everybody else getting fucked up, people are gonna know. They're gonna want that hedge of protection, you know? But it's irritating, man. You're not crazy for thinking that that our women, and even women in general, are just out of order and getting worse and worse and worse, because they are, man. You know, Esau, his programming is you know, revving on all 8 cylinders, man. You know, he's got the pedal to the metal on the propaganda, because he's just farming everybody on that, man. You know, but this is just a message to say, you know, stay encouraged, man. You know, we're gonna get what we gotta get soon. You know, you have it in you to endure this thing, man. You know, even if it's a woman that you love and you praying that the Lord, you know, deals with her and she repents. You know, if the Lord sees fit to do that, man, and you're a sincere brother, you know, the Lord can do that for you, man. But you gotta also be okay with the Lord saying, no, she's greatly offended too much, and I'm gonna deal with her. She's gonna get judged. But you gotta be okay with that too. Anyway, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakha Shalom. I'm Yasharal.